This is an academic vlog using the Petra style approach. It will evaluate whether human digital augmentation is a positive or negative development for humanity. Human digital augmentation is the use of technology to extend or enhance pre-existing human capabilities. These augmentations can be either integrated into or connected to the human body. Their purpose is to improve cognitive, physical, or sensory functions. A few examples of these are prosthetic limbs that are controlled using neural signals, neurostimulators, exoskeletons, and RFID implants. These all fall somewhere on what is called the spectrum of augmentation. This begins at the transhuman stage and moves towards a posthuman stage. Therapeutic human augmentation, for medical reasons, is the first stop on the spectrum that is in the transhuman stage. Moving on to voluntary human augmentation for fulfilling a desire, then to required human augmentation for fulfilling a role, and ending on human completely augmented for overcoming biology, firmly in the post-human stage. In 2009, Kurzweil argued that this stage could potentially be reached by 2045. He theorizes that humans will be able to multiply our effective intelligence a billionfold by merging with the artificial intelligence that we have created. In doing so, we would reach a post-humanist state, and he called this the singularity. An example of a therapeutic human augmentation is a prosthetic limb controlled either through neural links or tensing of certain muscles. Angel Gifera, who was born missing an arm, and Tilly Lockley, who lost an arm due to contracting meningitis as a child, both have this type of augmentation. The advances in technology that have allowed for the development of these augmentations used by these individuals is life-changing. They promote independence for the user and mean that their day-to-day lives will be far more accessible in the modern world. Tilly Lockley described her bionic arms as being confidence-boosting. It can therefore be argued that digital human augmentation within the parameters of therapeutic human augmentation for medical uses is a positive and useful development for humanity. Further along the spectrum of augmentation, we get voluntary human augmentation. An example being Moon Rebus, who has a sensor implanted into her arm that can detect earthquakes. Rebus then uses the seismic information that is translated through the implant for her art. This is simply a desired augmentation rather than having any medical necessity. Therefore, as discussed in previous slides, perhaps the biggest benefit of digital human augmentation, specifically at the transhuman end of the spectrum, is that it provides a sense of equity for disabled people. They provide a broader range of options with constant developments for technological improvement. However, there are issues that arise regarding digital human augmentation. Firstly, considerations must be made regarding the privacy and security of these technologies. Questions must be asked surrounding consent, data ownership, and potential misuses of data. Further to this, the access to augmentations has possible socio-economic implications. There is potential that these technologies will further the disparities between social groups and will not be accessible to all. To conclude, digital human augmentation is no longer a futuristic concept. The contemporary world is already moving through the transhuman end of the spectrum towards posthumanism. We currently have technologies that are able to make a difference to humanity's quality of life. However, it could be argued that the further we attempt to augment humans, the further we stray from what the basis of humanity is.